Hello everybody, this is Kiyoshi here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be reviewing the Archive of Magic, the film Wizardry of Fantastic Beasts, the Crimes of Grindelwald Book. So without further ado, let's get started. We'll take a look at the packaging first. This book is not new. It was originally released in 2018 when the second Fantastic Beasts movie was released. I already had this book before, but I gave it away to one of my family members. And now I got this book again, just because I decided to keep a couple interesting and must-have Harry Potter / Fantastic Beasts film wizardry books in my collection. Instead of giving it away again, I will keep them for my own collection. I got it for on sale price of $19.99. It was on Amazon.com. I think the sale is still going on. Original price was around $50. So it's a really good deal. Anyways, since I already had it before, I just want to do a quick review, unboxing, scan over of the pages with you all, just in case you guys haven't had it. Cool. And first, the artwork is amazing. I really dig the artwork. It's designed by Mina Lima, who are the same designer for all the Harry Potter films and all the Fantastic Beasts films. Here's the back, some read-ups. Cool. I love gold color, so this is great. And this is how you open the book. Once you open the book, the first thing you see is the notice. This is a very significant notice that Lita Lestrange opened at one of the vaults, and it says records moved to the Lestrange family tomb at family's request. This is a very important scene in the second movie. That's where it leads to all the characters reunited at the Lestrange tomb, or the Lestrange family tomb, and that's how all the events happened. Cool. And then sliding open. Wow, this book is huge in terms of length. Cool. I don't know the name of this particular beast, but it's a flying fly. Yeah, it's a flying fly. Interesting. I think if you got hooked, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe if you got hooked by this particular creature, you will be floating. I think that's what this does. Okay, the rest, very nice, very nice. Wow, all these designs, I love all these color variants and all these designs on a postcard. Once again, on the posters, once again, Mina did a great job. Here's the intro pages. Cool. And here's some read-ups. I mean, second film, a lot of people disliked it. It is one of the most confusing films. I agree. Let me slide it open so you guys can see it better. I totally agree. This second film is one of the most confusing Harry Potter / Fantastic Beasts, the Wizarding films. I totally agree, and it has the worst reviews as well, and probably one of the worst box office performance. It has to do with many reasons, I think, but still, it's a money-making film, even though it's the least grossing film for the franchise. But I think they still made money out of it. The reason people don't like it, mainly because first, the plot is very confusing. There were a lot of characters introduced in the second film, which we have no previous knowledge of. And there weren't a lot of the background information, a lot of the background stories to support those characters, those new characters. So a lot of people were watching the film, felt very confused. Who are they? Where they came from? What are they doing? And a lot of these characters are actually supporting characters as well. They're not really the main character. So yeah, and also the story plot is very confusing as well, because J.K. Rowling is an experienced film script writer, I guess. So I totally agree with it. I myself, I think I watched it 3 times to really understand the movie. What I mean by understand, if you're not thinking about the plot and everything, just enjoy the film. I think you will get it. However, if you want to go through, get the flow of the film, get the flow of the story plot, for me at least, it took me 3 times to actually figure out who is who, which side they're in, what they do, and the meanings behind that movie. But still, I appreciate that movie. I love that movie. It is one of the most confusing movie, but I don't think it's a horrible movie. You know what I mean? I mean, they do put a lot of effort into that film. They put a lot of money and time. I mean, I appreciate everything that J.K. Rowling creates. Yes, she is not a good film script writer. I totally agree. And this film was very confusing and bad. I think people hate it. I don't hate it. I just appreciate that in my life term, I get the chance to revisit the Wizarding World. I thought once Harry Potter is over, it's over. Unless 10, 20 years later, they do another one for the Cursed Child. That's something I was hoping for, but I never thought there would be a Fantastic Beasts franchise. I never knew, I mean, even the first film was released, I never imagined this will be expanding to a 5-film franchise. So, yeah, just standing on a Wizarding World fan, I'm happy that I finally get to revisit the Wizarding World, on the big screen. So, although it's not the perfect movie, I still think I'm very thankful. So, I cherish this opportunity, and I think the movie will become better and better. I think the third one, at least in my opinion, The Secrets of Dumbledore, is the best one out of the 3 they've released, at least to me. I think the 4th one and the 5th one will be better and better. I think at least they're getting to they're finding the right track. They're back to the right path, in terms of the movie flow and all that. I know J.K. Rowling has a lot in mind, creating that world, creating the whole plot throughout the first movie to the 5th movie, and probably until we see the final film, things will make sense. Will all make sense, and probably throughout the years we will learn more about these characters, their backgrounds, through various of platforms or published articles and stuff like that. Yes, it's not ideal. You're supposed to watch a film and get it instead of based on supporting documents to figure out what the movie was about. But still, it's the Wizarding World. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of information to it. It's not that simple. I'm fine with it. I mean, Harry Potter movies, to be honest with you, if we never read the Harry Potter book, do you think just based on the movie we would have understand every single spell, every single thing they were doing? I doubt it. I think one of the main reasons we understand a lot of the plots and what's going on with the Harry Potter films, even without explanations, is because we read the books. We have references prior to going to the movies. We're Fantastic Beasts. I think J.K. Rowling is using that same logic, making these films without much explanation, much background stories to all the roles and characters that we never met before. But she forgot the fact that we never had a book, a real movie book prior to going to see the movie. So all of us going into the movie with nothing as a reference. So yeah. But anyways, this is the certificate of adoption for the Credence Barebones. Very interesting. These books are cool. They have a lot of paper props. I think it's interesting to keep. All the prop designs. Very nice. Yep. And also, I believe years from today, after all the movies over, I feel like maybe, history will explain whether Fantastic Beasts franchise is good or bad. A lot of time, there are a lot of movies released. People didn't like it, but years later, they become legends. Fantastic Beasts may be one of those franchise as well. At least in my opinion, like I said, I'm happy that the world of the Wizard World has expanded, and I will support that regardless how bad it is. I really don't think it's bad, the movie. At least the main characters, I like them. I like Jacob, I like Tina, I like Queenie, Dumbledore, Grindelwald. All those characters, at least they're likable. They are the characters I like. I like their personalities, the plots Rowling had for them. Yeah. I mean, being a fan, I just want to support it, and hopefully they hear my voice and more people like me having that supportive voice, so they have that courage, they have that, you know, strength to continue with the creation. And hopefully after the franchise over, there are more Harry Potter films or Wizarding World related films. You know, we still have the Tales of Beedle the Bard. I think they can make a short film out of it, or make a television series like a Netflix or Disney Plus series for the Tales of Beedle the Bard. There's 5 stories in it. They can also make, I don't know, it's possible, but make a documentary, a fictional documentary for the Quidditch Through the Ages. Those are the books. I think it's amazing, right? And of course, The Cursed Child. I think if they're ever thinking about that, I'll be interested. I think probably we have to wait maybe at least 10 plus years before they will revisit the Cursed Child, especially if they want all the original cast to sign up for that movie, because I believe at the current stage in life, all those actors probably are refusing to return to the Wizarding World, because it is pride. At the same time, it is curse to the actors. It took them years to really let go of the Harry Potter, you know, halo on top of their head, and try to be an actor, like a normal actor. So some of them succeeded, some of them still today people are linking them to the Harry Potter roles. So it's a curse, you know, I think, for them. So I doubt that they will return right now if they're having another movie in the next 5 years. But in the next 10, 15, 20 years, you never know. Just like Star Wars, you know, years later, when people grow, when people change, the way they think, the way that they see things is different. And also, you know, maybe by then they want to reprise their role in a Cursed Child, or, you know, they can replace the characters and hire somebody else to do it. I don't mind, you know. I mean, to me, the movies are not really the actors, you know, like I don't really care. I could, well, that's not the right word to say it. I don't really care who's playing the role. It could be the same people playing the role or reprising their role. That would be amazing. You know, it's like a easy flow and continuation to the characters. But if in the rare cases they must change the actors or the actresses, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, they're all reprising that role. You know, like that role is more important than who's playing it, I guess. But I know maybe not everybody will agree with that. Maybe not everybody think it that way. That's totally fine with me as well. Well, this is cool. One of Newt's, this is, I think, inside Newt's suit. If it's not suitcase, inside Newt's mansion, I think. Oh yeah, it's not a suitcase. I think this is inside Newt's apartment building, condo. The cute Nifflers, all the baby Nifflers, definitely. I love every moment of the Nifflers. They're so cute. And Pickett, the Bowtruckles, I love it. This character is very interesting in the Secrets of Dumbledore movie as well. Jacob, I love Jacob. My feeling for Jacob didn't really grow in the first 2 movies. Like I like Jacob, but I couldn't say I love Jacob. But in the Secrets of Dumbledore, I don't know, I just fell in love with Jacob. I think this is amazing muggle. One of the best muggles in the world, like what Dumbledore is thinking. Queenie. Queenie went through a lot between the Crimes of Grindelwald and the Secrets of Dumbledore. Although it's movie 2 and movie 3, but unlike Harry Potter, they are not like a continuation, you know, like Harry Potter year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4 throughout year 7, right? It's like a continuation every year. Whereas Fantastic Beasts, each film, it's not like a year next to, it's not like a continuation following that year. It's actually in 40 years span or something like that. Anywhere from the 1930s to the end of 1940s. You know, it's like a, wait, hold on. what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not like how Harry Potter films were, the timeline were laid out, you know, from year 1, year 2 to year 7. Each movie represents a year. Fantastic Beasts, 5 films are expended in maybe 10, 20 years. So in between the films, you can only dream of or imagine what have they been through. Queenie, based on her appearance, based on the way she is in the 3rd film, she must have been through a lot. There's a lot of struggle she been through. She looked aged. She looked more mature, but at the same time, she still had that flirty nature, which I really like about her. She's one of a kind. I really like her. Anyways, visual effects. The Portkey. Yeah, Portkey. Talking about the Portkey. The Secrets of Dumbledore. You will see a lot of Portkeys. Cool. And then the circus, of course, New York City to Paris. The other cool thing about Fantastic Beasts, it's every film they're gonna introduce a different place on Earth. There's New York, there's UK, there's Berlin, there's Austria, there's Bhutan, there's what else? There's Brazil. Very cool. And Jacob's Bakery. I wish that bakery was real. When I visit New York, I would have visited there. If any Harry Potter fan want to open a bakery like Kowalski's Bakery, please do so. You know, I really don't mind checking out that spot. Cool. Yeah, the props are amazing. The circus. What is this? Oh yeah, the circus poster. I'm not gonna take it out, but it's the circus poster. Yeah, the other thing, the other mystery is Nagini went missing in the 3rd film. Nobody knows where has she been, where is she. People have rumor that because the actress who played Nagini, the Claudia Kim, I think that's her name, she got pregnant. That might be the reason she was out of the movie. But you never know if that is really the case. You know, because of her pregnancy, they have to roll her out from the script, or she was just never meant to be in the 3rd film. Just like Tina, there has been rumors Tina actually had more lines, more appearance in the film, supposedly in the 3rd film. However, in the final product, Tina was cut almost the entire film. Her time in the movie is probably less than 2 minutes altogether. She is in the movie, but she just almost went absent throughout the whole madness. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Once again, maybe later they will publish some kind of information about this. But at current, you know, at least for now, a lot of people are, you know, not happy with it that Tina was left out from the 3rd film, including myself. I was kind of disappointed. I want to see her in an interaction with Newt. You know, I love that romantic, whatever that's called, that's going on between her and Newt. And I want to see that continuation, you know, so because we only have 2 more films left. I like to see that that interaction between the two. They love each other, but they're holding back with words. It's one of a kind. Use of comma. Yep, this is a confusing character in The Secrets of Dumbledore. I know we're reading the Crimes of Grindelwald, but his role in the 3rd film, The Secrets of Dumbledore, it's kind of confusing to me. There's a reason behind a lot of his actions, because what Dumbledore wants them to do is to confuse Grindelwald, because Grindelwald has the power to see the future. And the only way for Grindelwald to not succeed with seeing what's going to happen in the future, in order for him to prevent it, is you got to confuse him, you know. So you got to do things without plan, or not following the plan, or not following the rules. So he did some things. I believe that is the reason behind it. I understand the reason. However, it doesn't make sense. If you know what I mean. I understand why he does it, but his action does not make sense to me. Like, even I know this is the mission, I need to confuse him. Would I do something like that? Yeah, it's questionable. But yeah. Cool. Nicholas Flamel. Interesting character from the second film. He is not in the third film. Here's Flamel's little card from Dumbledore to Newt. Yeah, I wonder if he will show up again in the future films, but he's definitely missing from the third film. Cool. Nicholas Flamel's home. But at least it's a tribute, I think. They had Nicholas Flamel from the second movie, The Crimes of Grindelwald, because we learn about him from the Sorcerer's Stone / the Philosopher's Stone, because of the Philosopher's Stone. He's the creator of that stone. And then the book he was talking in the film, there was a lady in the book that he was communicating, that Nicholas Flamel was communicating in the movie, The Crimes of Grindelwald, is Lally, which she's a very important character in the third film, and she's a very likable character as well. If you guys haven't seen the film, I think you guys will love her. At least I love her. Her character really popped in that film, and I would love to see more about it. These magical newspapers, Daily Prophet. There are people in Etsy making these props. I've seen it. They sell it for a pretty reasonable price, maybe $10, $20. Here's the French Ministry of Magic. Very splendid, very beautiful and upscale looking, like the image French people are giving us. But if you guys been to France looks beautiful on postcards, but the streets of France is very dirty. Anyways, cool. Yeah, the records room. That's where Letta Lestrange gets that notice letter saying that the family record moved to the tomb. Cool. The conversation in the at the records room between you and Tina was very touching. I really love that scene. The communication between the two. It's awkward at the same time. It's very touching. I love that scene. There's production design. Here we have Dumbledore. Albus Dumbledore. I mean, based on the flow of the movie, it does seem that Dumbledore will become the main, more of the story will more, tilting towards Dumbledore and Grindelwald, starting the third film and going forward until the end. It's basically the journey of Dumbledore, how he defeated Grindelwald. And a lot of people are saying that Newt seems more like a supporting character starting the third film until the end, probably. It's probably true, but I don't like the idea that people call him the supporting role, because to me, he's still the main character. I feel like, all the scenes he's in the third film, yes, the story plot is more focused on Dumbledore and Grindelwald, but without Newt, this story would not have happened. Even just Dumbledore. Even we have Dumbledore, we have Grindelwald. If Newt is missing, there is no Newt in the third film. This third film will not have succeeded. It will not make sense. Period. The whole plot. So just for that sake, I think Newt deserves to be one of the main characters, right? Cool. Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. It's a tribute to the Harry Potter fans. I love it as well, and I also love the music. Whenever they revisit Hogwarts, they always have that Harry Potter music on. Very magical. Young Newt and Letta. Cool. Yeah, Grindelwald's speech, the very persuasive speech, was amazing. That's a way of showing how Grindelwald is persuasive. Here's the family tree of Letta Lestrange family tree. Every pure wizard has a family tree like that. We've seen that before with the Black family tree. I think there's also one for Malfoy. Anyways, spells, and more spells. Cool. Grindelwald's Rally. Yep. Yeah, let's take a little time talk about the Grindelwalds. We have two actors playing Grindelwald. One is Johnny Depp, and one is this new guy. I can't pronounce his name, but Matt. That's his first name. Matt K. Okay, I call him Matt K. They're completely two different versions of Grindelwald, just like Dumbledore. We've seen Richard Harris, Dumbledore, and Michael Gamble's Dumbledore. They're completely different. But you know, it's hard to say who's better. I feel Johnny Depp's Grindelwald does pop. You know, Johnny Depp gave life to Grindelwald in his way, whereas Matt K gave Grindelwald to life in his way. Who's better? I can't tell, but so far, I'm loving this new Grindelwald from the third film. You know, I don't know. I feel Johnny Depp's performance from the second movie, The Secrets of Dumbledore, was great. However, if it's very distinct from his past performances, it's questionable. I feel like in some ways I see the characters he played from other movies in Grindelwald, if you know what I mean. Whereas Matt K, I don't really know him. You know, like Johnny Depp, maybe I knew him a lot more than Matt K. So I haven't seen Matt K's performance in other movies before. Forgive me. So for me, that's a fresh actor. You know, like I have not seen his history. I don't know his history in movies. I don't know what he done in terms of works in the movies. So when I see him playing Grindelwald, it's very fresh to me. And I feel like he brings a very complex, deep soul to Grindelwald versus Johnny Depp's performance. But, you know, it's too early for me to say who's better, to be honest with you. I think it's unfair as well, because they're a completely different type of Grindelwald. Cool. And we're at the end of the film, of the book. It's a lovely book. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chat while I'm flipping off the pages. I mean, please feel free to let me know if you guys like this kind of videos, you know, while I'm going through the pages with you guys. At the same time, we have a little chat here. I'm certainly, you know, enjoying this time that we're chatting. You know, while flipping the pages, I'm sharing some of my opinions, my reviews. I think it's cool, you know. It also helps me to brainstorm or to get a flashback of Harry Potter or the Wizarding World. Anyways, this has been a pleasant journey. Thank you guys for staying this long with me. And here is my review of the Archive of Magic, the Film Wizardry of Fantastic Beasts, the Crimes of Grindelwald Book. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.